Cleansing breath. Those glasses. Hey everybody, good afternoon and welcome back to the ChatGTM podcast. If you're returning and if you're a first-time watcher, thanks for coming along for the journey. Or if you're listening, I'm assuming you might be watching this or listening. But anyways, this is Michael Beck and I'm coming to you live here from the Texas Restaurant Association show.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Riding my pony. All right, no, sorry.
Genuine.
I hung out with you too much yesterday. So I am blessed to be here with two industry friends, Cherryh Cansler with she's the publisher of Fast Casual.
Thank you.
And I am here with also somebody I would say is, I don't know what to call you, Zach. You're an entrepreneur, you're an influencer, you're a media icon, you're a dad. You're just an awesome dude that is everywhere.
I'm a pink hat wearer.
Yes,
you know?
and pink socks. I saw that earlier too.
Sure.
Ka-chow!
I did match.
Yeah, I like it. I
Socks
like it.
are important too. Yeah, the hat matches the drapes in this case, right? So
I went off the rails.
anyway, so we're here today at the Texas Restaurant Association show. Zach just got off the stage, and so let's start out with that first, Zach. What were you up here talking about today? What was the important subject you were on?
Everything that we do in hospitality, everything that we do is to create a great guest experience,
100%.
and yet there's terrible ways to measure that. There's ineffective ways to recover the guest who had a bad experience.
Yeah.
There's it's tough to get those happy guests to come back.
Yeah.
And so we talked about how do you get more guests coming back in? How do you retain your unhappy guests? How do you get your happy guests to share about you?
Yeah.
And it's possible, it's doable, it's happening with over 10,000 restaurants with Ovation right now. And so that's what we talked about. And one of the key things is that unhappy guest. So a guest who doesn't have a great experience,
Right.
if you're able to recover them, they will spend 5 times more money with you per year
Yeah.
than your average guest. And so you look at that and like that ability to recover that guest is just paramount. And that's what we really focus on at Ovation, is not just that recovery piece,
Right.
but also how do you prevent those issues in the future through great training, and then what are tools to retain your guests who are happy as well. So I think that's what we talked about here, gave a lot of different, very specific tactics,
Yeah.
ways to think about the guest experience, because it's not just a number that gets put on a dashboard.
Right.
It's a way to increase revenue.
Right.
Because if you want to know where you're at, you look at your P&L. If you want to know where you're going, you look at your guest experience.
And there's also probably a truth in the fact that if somebody's a happy guest, they'll tell 1 or 2 people. If they're really unhappy, they're going to find everybody they can to let them know their bad experience.
And each one of those negative reviews,
Yeah.
if it gets posted publicly, costs you 30 guests. And for every one bad experience you hear about,
Yeah.
there are 26 people who had that same experience that you didn't hear from.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's important to really survey your guests, understand what that experience is, and then leverage that to improve the guest experience. And that's what we do with AI, helping to humanize that experience and really connect the
Right.
guest with the brand.
Well, it's kind of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Being heard is on the top of that list.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
Cherryh, when we were at the workshop you hosted in Boston recently, there was some data shared that only, how many of your guests actually return? Was it 82% or something like that of your first-time customers don't come back?
It was like 20%, right? Only 20% come back.
Yes.
Yeah, 20% come
Only
back.
20% come back. So, yeah, and I also thought it was really cool what you were talking about on how to get people to convert their third party to first party.
Yeah.
So I think you should share that real quick.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. If you are trying to convert third-party guests into first-party, it is possible, but it's not going to happen with everyone. We find that you can get around 10% to 11% of people to convert from third-party to first-party. But the thing is, don't drop your menu in the bag. Ask them about their experience. And people are more likely to give you their data if you ask about their experience than if you ask for their data.
Wow.
So that's the key, is that if they want to tell you about that, and don't let DoorDash or Uber Eats be the hero and resolve any issues.
Right.
You be the hero. You figure it out, and you connect with that guest one-on-one. It's your guest. It's your food. Make sure it's your survey.
And their shared experience with your brand.
Exactly.
I love it. So you guys are doing some work together. Tell me a little bit about what's coming up between Cherryh and Zach.
Well, we have the Fast Casual Executive Summit coming up in October 4th through the 6th in Arlington. And I think this is our 5th year we're doing this together. We have a contest called the Perfect Pitch.
The Perfect
Which
Pitch.
is what we like to describe as our nicer version of Shark Tank. So we're going to get we've chosen 6 fast casual brands. They will all give a produce a 5-minute video about their brand. Then they'll come up on stage. Zach is our host, and we'll have a couple judges, and they'll grill them for like 10 minutes, and then grill. Yeah, no pun intended. But so we'll have the first 3 go head to head. Then the audience votes for that winner. Then the next day, 3 more go head to head. The audience votes for that winner, and then the final day, the final 2. Yes. So, and Zach is our host of it, and gives wonderful prizes away.
Yeah.
Like about your, like what do they get if they win?
So winners get a free year of Ovation.
Hey now.
And so incredibly valuable, and it's been amazing to see over the years these brands that have won and the success they've gone on to have with almost all of them.
There's been a couple outliers, but for the most part, I mean, everybody's still in business. I mean, our very first winner was Pincho Factory, and that was like 10 years ago or 11 years ago, and they're still in it. And the Tap Brothers are coming back they won last year. They're going to be advisor and judge this year. Wow. So it's always just fun to see like the up and coming brands. I'm sure there'll be a chicken brand or 2 since chicken is so hot. But so we'll have to see who wins.
There's so many puns going on and everything you're saying. Hot chicken, grill, bake off.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys are extremely smart and have had a lot of experience and exposure to what's going on in our industry. At the NRA show recently, they shared, Technomics shared some data about 43% of restaurants or some number close to that didn't turn a profit last year, right? And I would argue part of your mission is to help change that number. Why do you think they're missing it?
Well, tomorrow we're going to talk. I have a panel that we're going to talk here about the fast casual state of the industry, and we're going to talk about the trends and everything going on now. And for this last several years, fast casual has really led growth.
Yeah.
They really haven't had any big competitors in the QSR and casual dining, but in this past 6 months, casual dining is coming on fire. They're conquering the value proposition, like Chili's, for example.
Right. Yes.
I mean, they're out of control. So like this is the time that fast casuals have to like start doubling down and figuring out. And it's not cutting prices; it's showing value.
Value is key. It seems like there's another emerging topic that so it was loyalty for a long time. And now it seems like recognition or recognizing that guest when they get to you to help them, to help them that experience instead of just saying, hey, have you been here before?
Yeah, welcome
when you've been there 50 times.
Right? And so instead of saying, have you been here before? I think one of the great things to do is say, like, what's your loyalty number with us? Right? So that's what we're seeing, these great brands that are just assuming that people are in there. And then, we have some brands we work with that have a almost 90% adoption rate in their loyalty program. Ooh. And so if you can track that many of your guests, you could invite them back. There's so many things you could do, but you got to understand who they are first. And it's really about right now, the reason that the percentage of returning guests have actually dropped 10% in the last few years. And the reason is because they're so much more concerned about where their dollar is going.
Oh yeah.
But they're willing to spend the money as long as they get what they're going to pay for and they know what they're going to get. And so what's key is that you look at brands like Chick-fil-A. Why are they doing so well even though their prices are high? Because they're consistent. And so as you have these systems that allow for consistency to be the norm, that creates a beautiful experience where the guest knows what they're going to get, and so they're a lot more likely to come back. Right.
And also I think part of Chick-fil-A's formula and the winning formula of these restaurants that are getting it right is they treat their employees really well.
Yeah, because as we always talk about I got a podcast, Give an Ovation, and I think one of the things that we talk about there is your guest experience cannot exceed your employee experience, right? And if you aren't treating your employees well, if you're not giving them that, that authority to make it right with the guest, then they're not going to have a great experience. But what's ironic is you look at at what it means to give them that authority, and as you give them the tools to make things better for the guest, magic happens, because then they want to provide a good experience, and the guest is like, wow, this is amazing because they treat me well, and so they come back, and then the guest is happier because they had a great experience. The employee is happier because they created that great experience, and it makes them feel good.
Yeah, they have agency and a sense of ownership of being able to solve the problem too, right?
Exactly.
Where do you think things are going the next couple of years, right? I mean, you have an AI solution you provide. There's a lot of different AI that are on the market, and it's to either one of you guys, but I guess you're exposed to this because all the different vendors that you work with. What do you think is the big emerging thing now?
I mean, obviously, AI, we talk about that every week on Fast Casual Nation. Right? It really is. Everybody talks about it.
Yeah.
But I will say that I mean, I'm hope it will be adopted, but I still think it's like you said, it's just a generic thing right now. Nobody really knows how to do it.
Yeah, but is it voice? Is it the drive-through? Is it on reservations?
Yeah, I think voice at the drive-through right now. I think that's getting better from like what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, voice is definitely getting better. I think at the end of the day, what it's going to come down to is that this AI is going to work like Iron Man, right? Tony Stark, right? Tony Stark is great, but it's his suit that made him a superhero. And they're going to constantly look for ways, how do we increase hospitality with AI, not replace hospitality with AI? How do we take that member that used to be answering every single phone call, and now they only have to answer 20% of the phone calls? With every single upset guest, it used to be a 10-minute conversation that would then ruin their day, and now it's like AI can come in and help respond to that. So there's ways that you can see using AI, but a lot of these great brands are also pulling back from AI to allow that human connection, because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. Human connection, hospitality.
You can't outsource that.
No.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, it looks like the people are lining up for the next session. As far as where you guys are going to be next, I want to make sure that we showcase you. So your next big event is when?
It's the Fast Casual Executive Summit October 4th to 6th in Arlington, here in Texas. So yeehaw again.
Is there a website?
Just go to fastcasual.com. So you can get all the information there.
Fantastic. And Zach, where are people going to see you next, although you're everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, just find me on LinkedIn.
Throw a dart.
Zack Oates, and check out our website, ovationup.com, where we post where we're going to go. And we're all over the place, like you said.
Beautiful, guys. Thank you so much. This is an impromptu session. I really appreciate their flexibility on this and running with my weird jokes. But honestly, I've seen Zack in the market for a long time now, and whether you know his company or not, I encourage you guys to give him a call if you're trying to understand how to recover your guests. I know the way he operates with integrity and clarity, and he treats his people absolutely fantastic, and that's why he's out there in the market. I know he's blushing. But this is somebody that I would say it's just a good idea to talk to. Even if you have questions, I know also steer you in the right direction. And Cherryh, she has a group of people that she works with that are fantastic. You can participate in any of her events. I highly encourage you as well, and also read on in her publications that she has too. But for now, this is Michael Beck, Cherryh, and Zack signing off here from the TRA, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed day.
Yeehaw!
Money, 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 stack it tall. Run it up.